A crisis is quietly but rapidly unfolding on the high seas, sending shockwaves through the intricate web of global commerce. What was once a routine journey for thousands of cargo ships has now become a perilous undertaking. As the world's most vital shipping lanes face unprecedented danger, commercial ships navigating the Red Sea, a critical artery for international trade, are now under direct attack, their crews on high alert, and their journeys fraught with uncertainty. These are not random acts of piracy or isolated incidents. Instead, they are highly coordinated, targeted assaults using advanced drones and precision-guided missiles, representing a new era of maritime threats. The escalation of these attacks has forced major shipping companies to make difficult decisions, rerouting their vessels around the Cape of Good Hope or other longer, costlier paths. This not only delays deliveries but also increases fuel costs and insurance premiums, sending ripples through the global trade network. What began as a regional response to the ongoing conflict in Gaza has now spiraled into a major international crisis, drawing in countries and corporations from around the world and threatening the stability of global markets. Vessels linked to Israel or its allies are being singled out as potential targets, creating an atmosphere of fear and uncertainty among international shipping crews and operators. The risk of being caught in the crossfire has never been higher. The fundamental principle of free and safe passage through international waters is now being challenged. This disruption is causing congestion at ports, delays in shipments, and a growing backlog in the global supply chain. Many of the goods we rely on daily, electronics, clothing, food and raw materials, travel through this waterway. As disruptions mount, the economic pressure is felt worldwide, from manufacturers to retailers to everyday consumers facing higher prices and shortages. In response, major world powers are deploying naval forces to the region, forming protective convoys and increasing patrols to safeguard these vital sea lanes and reassure the shipping industry. Operation Prosperity Guardian, a US-led initiative, has brought together an international coalition determined to counter the threat and restore order to these crucial waters, but the challenge remains immense. This crisis has exposed the fragility of global supply chains, revealing just how quickly regional conflicts can have far-reaching consequences, disrupting economies and livelihoods across continents. As experts and officials scramble to find solutions, urgent questions arise about the future of international trade, the security of maritime routes, and the resilience of the systems we all depend on. Around the globe, people watch anxiously, hoping for a swift resolution that will restore stability to the seas and ensure the continued flow of goods that connect our world. The Red Sea is not just a body of water, it is a strategic maritime passage that serves as a vital artery for global trade. Every day, hundreds of massive cargo ships, tankers, and container vessels navigate its waters, carrying goods that fuel economies around the world. Its location at the crossroads of continents makes it indispensable for international commerce, connecting producers and consumers across vast distances. The Red Sea connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Indian Ocean through the Suez Canal, forming the shortest and most efficient maritime route between Europe and Asia. This man-made canal, completed in 1869, revolutionized shipping by eliminating the need for ships to sail around the entire continent of Africa, saving weeks of travel time and reducing transportation costs dramatically. Today, this waterway is a lifeline for global commerce. An estimated 12% of all global trade, ranging from electronics and automobiles to food and clothing, passes through the Suez Canal and the Red Sea. The sheer volume of goods moving through this corridor highlights its critical importance to the world economy. The Red Sea is especially crucial for energy supplies. A significant portion of the world's oil and liquefied natural gas shipments travel this route, making it a key link in the global energy chain. Any disruption here can send shockwaves through energy markets, affecting prices and availability worldwide. When disruptions occur, whether due to conflict, blockades, or accidents, they threaten to choke off essential resources. This can lead to shortages, drive up prices, and create uncertainty for businesses and consumers everywhere. If ships are forced to avoid the Red Sea, they must undertake a lengthy detour around the southern tip of Africa, the Cape of Good Hope. This alternative route adds thousands of miles, significant time, and substantial fuel costs to each journey, straining shipping schedules and increasing expenses for companies and consumers alike. This detour disrupts the efficiency and cost savings provided by the Suez Canal, leading to delays, higher shipping rates, and logistical headaches for global supply chains. The current wave of attacks and instability in the region is crippling. Shipping companies are being forced to return to slower, more expensive trade routes, causing widespread delays and uncertainty in the delivery of goods. The economic and logistical consequences are immense. Ports become congested, shipments are delayed, and the ripple effects are felt in industries and households around the globe. This creates a global bottleneck, threatening the smooth flow of trade. The Red Sea crisis is a stark reminder of just how interconnected and interdependent global trade has become. A single choke point can have far-reaching impacts, affecting everything from the price of fuel to the availability of everyday products. Ultimately, the situation underscores the urgent need for stability and security in international shipping routes. Protecting these vital arteries is essential for ensuring the steady flow of goods, energy, and prosperity across the world. The Houthis, backed by Iran, are behind the Red Sea attacks. They control parts of Yemen and have transformed into a formidable force. Their attacks are a response to Israel's actions in Gaza, targeting vessels linked to Israel and its allies. Using advanced weaponry like missiles and drones, they pose a significant threat. The narrow al-Mandab Strait is a strategic point for their attacks. The Houthis have turned a vital waterway into a high-risk military zone. The Houthi attacks have disrupted global shipping, forcing companies to reroute. Major shipping lines like Maersk and MSC are avoiding the Red Sea, causing logistical chaos. The detour around Africa adds time and cost, disrupting port schedules and supply chains. Shipping costs have surged, with container prices quadrupling in some cases. Higher costs are passed down the supply chain, affecting businesses and consumers. Everyday products are becoming more expensive, fueling global inflation. The attacks are a direct assault on the global logistics system. The crisis highlights the vulnerability of global trade to regional conflicts. Shipping companies face a new normal of longer, costlier routes. The economic impact is felt worldwide, from factories to consumers. The Red Sea crisis affects daily life, raising prices and affecting product availability. A simple t-shirt's journey is now longer and costlier, increasing retail prices. Electronics and car manufacturers face delays and higher costs, impacting consumers. Grocery bills rise as food products face shipping disruptions. Coffee producers report doubled shipping costs, affecting prices at cafes and stores. Energy costs rise due to increased risks and insurance premiums. The crisis creates a ripple effect of inflation touching all aspects of the economy. The cost of living increases as the global supply chain faces unprecedented challenges. The Red Sea attacks are a stark reminder of our interconnected world. The economic impact is felt globally, affecting everyone's wallet. The Houthi attacks are not just a regional issue, they affect the global economy in ways that reach far beyond the Middle East. When a conflict erupts in a strategic location like the Red Sea, it sends shockwaves through international trade, impacting businesses and consumers on every continent. The Red Sea is a global artery, a vital passage for ships carrying everything from electronics to food. Disruptions here don't just slow down a few deliveries, they strain the entire system, causing delays and bottlenecks that ripple across the globe. European economies are especially vulnerable because so much of their trade with Asia depends on the Suez Canal. When ships are forced to reroute or wait, costs rise, and essential goods can become scarce, affecting industries and everyday life. The US is not immune either. Disrupted trade routes mean higher prices for imported goods, longer wait times for products, and uncertainty for American businesses and consumers alike. Developing nations often suffer the most. When shipping lines skip smaller ports to avoid risk, these countries face shortages of vital goods, from medicine to food, making daily life even harder for millions. This crisis doesn't just disrupt trade, it widens the gap between wealthy and developing nations. While richer countries can absorb higher costs, poorer nations struggle to keep up, deepening global inequality. Stability in global trade is crucial for affordable goods, steady jobs, and economic predictability. When that stability is threatened, everyone feels the impact, from factory workers to families shopping for groceries. The attacks introduce risk and uncertainty into the global economic order. Investors become wary, markets fluctuate, and businesses hesitate to make big decisions, all of which can slow economic growth. This crisis is a powerful lesson in the interconnectedness of our world. A single regional conflict can disrupt the flow of goods, jobs, and opportunities everywhere, reminding us how closely our fates are linked. In a globalized economy, we all share the consequences of regional conflicts. Whether we realize it or not, the choices and events in one part of the world can shape the lives of people thousands of miles away. The Red Sea crisis brings profound uncertainty to global trade. Military responses aim to protect shipping, but the Houthis remain resilient. A prolonged conflict could make the costly detour around Africa permanent. Businesses may need to adjust logistics and pricing strategies for longer shipping times. Diplomacy is crucial for a lasting solution, linked to wider regional conflicts. Without resolution, the threat to shipping persists, affecting global inflation. Companies might rethink global supply chains, opting for nearshoring. The crisis tests the global system, shaping the future of international commerce. The Red Sea situation is more than a disruption, it's a stress test for global trade. Its outcome will influence international commerce for years to come.